Hello dear ones, hope you're all doing well. On 14th November, we celebrated Children's Day, right? And so I thought I should do something on children, childhood and so on. And when I was reflecting on those things, when I was reflecting on some of my experiences and so on, I got stuck in few thoughts. I was really pondering on some thoughts, and I thought, I should make a video on this. So that's all about today's video. So this video is going to be a self-introspection kind of thing, okay? So these things I will ask myself as well as it's a question to you. So the thing is, when you think about childhood, what are the things that images or things that you associate with? Is it like playing, dancing, games? What are the things that comes to you? Is it like these colorful things that comes to your mind? Does something else comes to your mind? Some kind of fear, some anxiety, some insecurities? These things also comes to your mind? People don't talk much about these things, right? Our fear, our little worries, anxieties, all those things. When we talk of Children's Day, we only focus on the good things, happy things, colorful things. But I think we really need to talk about our negative, not negative actually, our little worries, our anxieties and so on also when it comes to childhood. That is a very personal thing, very, very important thing in each one of us. Okay, it is something I believe childhood is a stage, or childhood is something that really molds our personality. It really does mold our personality. What I am today is somehow the result of the childhood that I have experienced, right? The experiences that I had as a child, the worries, the things, the thoughts that I had, as a child is actually making me into the personality I am today. Okay, so these are the reflections that I was having. I was really thinking about this topic, and I was asking myself, what is that one thing that I miss the most? Okay, and I feel that it's like storytelling. Storytelling is something that I really miss, that I really crave to hear to stories, to listen to stories. And I find listening to story as something kind of healing. And so in today's video, I thought I'll just share one of my favorite story. It's very small, but it gave me a lot to think on. So this is a story of a young girl and her grandfather. One day, the young girl and her grandfather was taking a little walk. It was evening, it was getting dark, and the young girl was getting scared. And so she held her fingers tight around her grandfather's palm. And she said, "Grandpa, I'm getting scared. I'm scared." The grandpa looked at her and smiled and said, "Let me tell you something about the two foxes." Girl looked around and asked, "Two foxes, Grandpa?" And then the grandpa said, "Yes, two foxes that lives in your mind." Girl was shocked. "Two foxes in my mind?" Grandpa said, "Yes, there are two foxes in your mind. One is called fear and the other one is called courage." Now the girl was worried and she asked, "Grandpa, which one of these is stronger?" The grandpa smiled and said, "The one you feed, dear, the one you feed." So this is one of my favorite shortest story, and this story told me that within us there is fear and courage. Within us is selfishness and selflessness. Within us there is inferiority complex and self-esteem. And within us, we have big dreams and anxieties. So, all these binaries are within us. We all go through this, right? We all live this life. We all carry these two foxes within our mind. Okay? We can actually escape from the world, from the people around us, but we cannot really escape our own mind. And these two foxes are there within our own mind. And it's like often in our life there are situations when we get really confused with these two foxes, that is courage and fear, and we get opportunities, we get a lot of situations where we know we can really perform well. Our courage know that, and it tries to motivates us, and we try to take it. And at this time, this fear overpowers and says, it says something like, "Oh, Shilpa, I know you can do it," but it's like you get nervous, right? Get nervous, and really, is there a need to do that? Like that, something it says, and somehow it turns to be more stronger. It's not that I want this to be stronger, but somehow I feel that this fox of fear is more powerful than this fox of courage. But it's not so. In reality, both of them are alike. But it's actually the strength of these two foxes it depends on me, right? The choice that I make, which one to feed on. Feeding a fox here means which one should I focus on? Which one should I really focus my energy on? Is it really worrying on something and really having that inferiority complex, or and all those things, and being anxious, and working on my negative tendencies and making the mess of the situation? Or simply listen to the courage, think about it, plan nicely, feed your courage, right? And be calm and quiet and do the work properly. It's easy to tell. Yeah, it is really easy to tell all these things through these stories and all. But sometimes I do understand it is quite difficult to practice. But, we all experience these things. We all have, we all grow like this. These things I believe are part and parcel of our journey of life. Okay, in different situation, these two foxes will come and confuse us, right? Yeah, that's something that I believe it is like that. And it's not that one particular, some people, it is not special about one person or like that. It is something that all of us go through in one way or the other. Okay, so basically, which of the fox is stronger depends upon us. Which fox to feed on depends upon us. Yeah? So this is a little story that always motivates me. It gives me a lot to think about. Now, when I asked you in a communicative English class to talk about your strengths and weaknesses, some of you have said that you find this stage fear, you find difficulty to talk and express. Even though you know English language, you are fluent in it, you don't find that language part as difficult. You find it difficult to talk and express. Yes, even I do have that. Okay, I am good at English language, but there are situations when I stumble, where I, really feel low confident. I don't feel like saying something. I really feel like I'm just pulled. I experience that withdrawal. Okay, knowing a language doesn't make us a good communicator. Okay, knowing a language is something about the linguistic part of it. Knowing English doesn't make us a good fluent speaker of English, right? So communicative English is basically, our focus should be on communication. Okay, when we focus on communication, we have to actually understand that communication is a skill. And English is a language, is one of the languages. It's one of the many languages. Okay? A language can be learned. And communication, that is a skill that need to be acquired. Okay? And to acquire a skill, we need to actually be aware of our own strength and weakness. We all may have our own small obstacles, small barriers. For that, we need to introspect and ask ourselves, we have to put ourselves in situations where we fail, where we stumble. All these things we should experience. Then only we will grow, we will evolve. Yeah? So, just be aware of these two forks that we all have in our mind. Yeah? In our mind we carry these two forks, and which one is stronger depends upon you. Which one you choose to feed. Okay? So this tiny little story is something really a thought-provoking one for me. And today I thought I'll just share this story with you. Okay? So I hope you will reflect on the same. In next class we will meet again with another story. Okay? Thank you.